Carroll Park for today's college conference with Illinois, Wisconsin doubleheader between the Elmhurst University Blue Jays and your Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. Fans, welcome to Inspiration Field at Carroll Park for today's college conference.
Has started 9 games and appeared in 24 with 4 hits and 2 RBIs. She was Iowa's 2024 CCIW Respect Award winner and is a 2-time CCIW Elite 26 award recipient. Kennedy has been on the Dean's List and President's List every semester, is a 2-time academic All-CCIW honoree, and was twice named an NFCA Scholar Athlete. She has spent time as a TA for biology and spent a summer as a food and nutrition research assistant in the Philippines. She is an active member of the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority, serving 2 terms as the VP of Internal Affairs, and also served 3 years as a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Upon receiving her bachelor's degree with a double major in kinesiology and allied health and neuroscience with a concentration in behavior, Kennedy will be attending Wash U School of Medicine, where she will earn her doctorate of physical therapy. She will also continue to travel and be a dog mom to sheep. Kennedy Estes. Our next senior is number 22, Ava Corey. Ava is escorted by her parents, Andrea and Paul Ford. She is a 3-time letter winner and has started all 156 games of her career at first base. In single-season record books, Ava ranks in a number of categories, including slugging percentage, home runs, RBIs, total bases, and walks. In the career record books, Ava currently ranks 4th in doubles with 40, 4th with 29 home runs, 3rd with 122 RBIs, 6th with a .611 slugging percentage, 5th with 60 walks, and wears a badge of honor with the 2nd most hit by pitches with 12 hit by pitches. Ava was voted the 2024 Rawlings Gold Glove first baseman, 2023 CCIW Co-Hitter of the Year, 2023 NFCA 3rd-Team All-Region honoree, a 2-time first-team All-CCIW pick, and has been named CCIW Hitter of the Week 3 times. She was named to the Dean List 5 times, as a 2-time academic All-CCIW athlete and NFCA Scholar Athlete.
in a Business 340 class, co-founded Blono Design Co. and won first place in the class competition. While at IWU, Ava served as Vice President of Academic Excellence as a member of Sigma Kappa, was a member of the Senior Class Council, and participated in intramural volleyball. Upon receiving her bachelor's degree in kinesiology and allied health with a minor in entrepreneurship, Ava will move to into the Chicago area and work as an inside sales representative at Orthomolecular Products. She is excited to play pickleball with her teammates and play a few games with the Blown Up Burners this summer. Ava Corey. Our third senior is number 27, Jen Koo. Jen is escorted by her parents, Sherry and Mike Koo. She is a three-time letter winner and has started 156 games, with all but one coming at shortstop. In the single-season record books, Jen ranks in a number of categories, including batting average, slugging percentage, on-base percentage, hits, doubles, RBIs, and total bases. In the career record books, Jen currently ranks tied for first in doubles, fifth in batting average, third in hits, sixth in home runs, fifth in RBI, fifth in slugging percentage, ninth on-base percentage, and sixth in runs scored. She was a 2024 NFCA third-team All-Region honoree, a two-time first-team All-CCIW pick, second-team All-CCIW honoree, and a three-time CCIW Hitter of the Week selection. Jen has been named to the Dean's List every semester at IWU, is two-time academic All-CCIW, a two-time NFCA Scholar Athlete, and has twice been named CSE Academic All-District. In the classroom, Jen and her group set a class record for profit and revenue in Business 340 with her company, Blooming Designs. Outside the classroom, Jen has started and has grown the IWU softball TikTok page to over 33,000 followers and 2.7 million likes. Jen also won the IWU Athletics logo competition in 2022, where she designed the 50th anniversary of the Title IX logo and is an integral part of Illinois Wesleyan's Athletic Communications Department. Upon receiving her bachelor's degree in graphic design with a minor in entrepreneurship, Jen plans to work for Athletes Unlimited Professional Softball as a social media freelancer, specifically for the AUSL bands. Jen is also excited to continue to play softball this summer with the Blown Up Burners. Jen Koo. Fans, let's give one more round of applause for the 2025 Titans softball seniors. 0, Gianna Evanson. Batting second, the right fielder, number 15, Bailey Profit. Batting third, the pitcher, number 3, Danny Hood. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 13, Belle Swift. Batting fifth, the DP, number 34, Clara Rice. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 20, Kaylee Imani. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 30, Grace Hayes. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Josie Wade. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 21, Alex Kirakopoulos. And the flex, the center fielder, number 10, Haley Jenkins. And now, the starters for your Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Batting leadoff, the DP, number 10, Bella Pinter. Batting second, the center fielder, number 5, Anna Beckman. Batting third, the shortstop, number 27, Jen Kuhn. Batting cleanup, first baseman, number 22, Ava Corey. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 13, Claire Post. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 20, Ella Hermes. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 11, Casey Whitmore. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 14, Kennedy Estes. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 25, Grace Wilkins. And the pitcher, number 23, Gianna Serna. At this time, we ask that you face the flag for the playing of the national anthem, sung by the older brother of Illinois Wesleyan shortstop, Jen Kuhn, Josh Kuhn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Test.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Inspiration Field at Carol Willis Park at Illinois Wesleyan University in Bloomington as we bring you today's College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin softball doubleheader. The Illinois Wesleyan Titans and the Elmhurst University Blue Jays as the Titans make their way out onto the field. Eric Stock here along with Hayden Warfield. And Hayden, you had a chance to sit here for the Titans doubleheader sweep of Wheaton yesterday. They were busy circling the bases, 29 runs in 2 short game wins. We'll see if that can carry over this afternoon.
Absolutely. Once the Titans get the bats going, there is no stopping them. They go from the top of the order to the bottom of the order in no time, and I don't think we should expect anything different today. Yeah, the depth of this lineup has been tremendous. The top slugging team in the CCIW, their pitching has been pretty good too, and we'll see that on display here this afternoon with Gianna Serta into the circle here this afternoon for the opener. She won the first game yesterday in that twin bill against Wheaton.
that upped their mark to 21-7 on the year. The Titans are still perfect in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin at 6-0, while the Blue Jays, it's been a rebuilding year for first-year coach Tracy Addix-Zins. They're 6-21 with one tie and 2-10 in the CCIW. Interestingly, all of their wins have been on the road. They actually have a winning record on the road this year at 6-5 with that one tie. We'll set the lineup for you as we get underway here this afternoon. And Gianna Edmondson is first up at the plate for the Blue Jays and takes a pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. On a cloudy sky, temperatures in the low 50s, about as warm as it's likely to get here this afternoon. As that one's fouled back. Perhaps there was some concern, maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours ago about the playing conditions for the afternoon after there was a threat of bad weather, which we mostly avoided. There was some steady rain in the early morning hours, but the field is in great shape. That one caught the corner, 1-2. A terrific surface here, absorbs the water well, and no problems at all as we get this twin bill underway. And Edmondson off balance and swings and misses for the strikeout.
Now batting number 15, Bailey Prophet.
Now Bailey Prophet will step in for the Blue Jays with 1 out here in the first. Prophet, a junior from Rock Island, Illinois. Just got a piece, foul tip. Prophet on the year batting .256 with the 7 runs batted in. Bailey Prophet up now, followed by Danielle Hood in the 3 spot. Another foul back, and it's 0-2. Bella Swift in the cleanup spot, the catcher. Clara Rice, the designated player at the number 5 hole. Kaylee Imony, the left fielder, with number 6. Cameron Rice batting 7th at first base. Josie Waite at number 8. Slapped into the hole and a single to left for Prophet with 1 out here in the first. Alex Kyriakopoulos, the third baseman, batting 9th rather. And Haley Jenkins is the center fielder for the Blue Jays. Now it's Danielle Hood, junior from Lincoln, Nebraska. Came to Elmhurst from Adams State. Got the outside corner, 0-1.
Hood's posting an impressive .338 on the season batting average.
And they're respecting the speed of Hood with their corner infielders pinched in. Steal attempt, and Prophet gets there in time. Prophet with the steal to get the Blue Jays in scoring position with 1 out here in the first. Titan defense on the infield. Casey Wismiller at third, Jen Kuhn at short, Ella Hermes at second, Anna Corey at first. Pop up, foul territory behind the Blue Jay dugout. Claire Post behind the plate for the Titans. And the outfield, Kennedy Estes in left, Anna Beckman in center, and Grace Wilkins in right. 2-strike count here on Hood. A little high, and Hood lays off. One, two, and got it off the screen. Serta got her 10th win yesterday with 3 unruns allowed in 5 innings pitched. 10-2, an ERA of 2.22 this year, making her 14th start. She's completed 6 of those. and 46 strikeouts on the year. Off speed, swing and a miss. Hood goes down on strikes for her second strikeout of the first inning. And brings up Bella Swift, freshman from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Swift hitting 194 on the season with 6 runs batted in. First one's high. They play Swift to pull just a bit in the outfield. And Swift trying to get it to the outfield to get Profit home from second. And Profit dancing off the bag, but staying put at second. Outfield also a little shallow, trying to cut off a run on a single. And just outside, maybe a bit high, 2-1. Titans on a 9-game win streak. Playing some great ball this week. A couple of 1-run wins against Milliken down in Decatur on Tuesday. Last loss came 2 weeks ago against Wisconsin Eau Claire. Back of the Illinois Wesleyan invite. Swung through that one, 2-2. Profit had a 1-out single and a steal, sandwiched between 2 strikeouts, and Serta trying to fan the side and get out of this first inning. Just did lay off. They checked, no. She did hold up, and the count is full. Here in the top of the first, no score. Clara Rice on deck. Pulled well foul. It's nice to see the Titans honor all of the graduating seniors, not only for the Titans, but also for the Blue Jays. And it's remarkable, as good as Illinois Wesleyan is this year, just 3 seniors on this club. Blue Jays have 4. There will be some turnover next year. On the ground to third. And Wismiller wings it across for the third out. And the Blue Jays get a single, but strand a runner at second, no score, as we go to the bottom of the first here on IWSports.com. Bottom of the first here at Inspiration Field in Bloomington. Titans got out of trouble in the top of the first.
Number 10, Bella Pinter.
Now they go to work with Bella Pinter leading it off. And the freshman from St. Bede Academy. And the first pitch here from Danielle Hood. Well outside and high.
No, it's interesting to see.
It's interesting to see the Titans put Pinter first. Last game, they had all of their seniors back-to-back batting, and it made for a really great offensive effort because you just get 2-3 people on base and put yourself in prime scoring position.
And this one is low. Hood's been well off the plate in the first 2 deliveries, has 6 walks in 16 2/3 innings, only her 5th appearance in the circle this year. 1 win, 1 loss, a 3.36 earned run average. And that one's below the knees. Pinter with a 3-0 count. 370 average on the year. 3 home runs, 21 runs knocked in. Showing bunt, pulls it back. And Hood guides that one in for the first strike. 3-1 the count as Pinter leads off the first for Illinois Wesleyan. Slap to short. That's Edmondson getting it across for the out. Anna Beckman up next for Illinois Wesleyan, the center fielder, followed by Jen Kuhn, the shortstop in the 3-hole. Ava Corey at cleanup, first baseman. Claire Post hitting 5th, catcher. Ella Hermes at second base, batting 6th. Casey Wismiller batting 7th at third base. Kennedy Estes in left field, batting 8th. And Grace Wilkins is in the 9th spot in right field for the Titans. As Beckman takes strike 1, the junior from Bourbonnais and Bishop McNamara. Beckman a .316 hitter with 21 runs knocked in. Ellen just missed 1-1. Jen Kuhn up next. Here in the first, Gary Gokpolis is just inside of the bag at third. Tapped in that direction, but taken by Edmondson. And a little late on this one as Beckman beat it out.
That's one thing about Anna Beckman. She has got speed on her. We saw her beat the throw to first a couple of times yesterday, and then she's done it again today. She is just a ferocious base runner.
And that was a routine play. It was not bobbled or anything, just an indication that you've got to be perfect to get that ball across, or otherwise Beckman will be standing at first. Now it's Jen Kuhn in the 3 spot. Down and in. Kuhn, the senior from University High School, had a big day yesterday. And a .485 clip this year with 4 home runs, 37 runs knocked in. Now 2-0. Kuhn yesterday was 6 for 9. Drove in 5 runs, all in the opener, and scored 6 times between the 2 games. As she awaits a 2-0. Runner going, it's a strike into center field, but no advance for Beckman, who gets the steal.
And just like we talked about, you got to get that throw perfect if you're going to beat Beckman.
And tremendous speed. And Beckman now in scoring position. Her 11th steal this year, she has not been caught. Kuhn now with a hitter's count at 2-1. Hood catches the inside corner, 2-2. Ava Corey on deck. The Blue Jays stranded a runner at second in the top of the inning. The 2-2. Lays off. And a full count. Well, no, they did. Correction, I guess they checked it and they called it a strike for the second out. So the Blue Jays get the call and Kuhn is down. Now it's Ava Corey at the cleanup spot. The senior from Columbia, Illinois. Last hope here in the first. And takes strike 1. Corey's not missed a start this year, and batting .376, 3 home runs, 27 runs knocked in. A tough pitch, down and in. Not much Corey could have done with that. And it's 0-2. Line drive into right center for a hit. That'll get home in the first run. Beckman scores. And the first run of the afternoon for Illinois Wesleyan. Ava Corey drives in Beckman with a single as Illinois Wesleyan gets the first lead of the day after they put up 29 runs in 2 games yesterday, picking up where they left off here today.
And part of the reasons for their success here today was because of hits like that right in between right and center field. And when the Titans kept hitting there, they just found so much success. So it's no surprise Ava Corey was aiming for that spot.
And a good defensive swing down to 2 strikes. You just want to put the ball in play and make something happen, and they were able to do that as they take the 1-0 lead. Now Claire Post is up, a .377 hitter on the year. 4 home runs, 18 runs knocked in. Takes this one low, 1-1. Post, a junior from Normal West, who had 5 hits yesterday in the Titans' twin bill victory. Got a tip, but in the mitt of Bella Swift. The defense for the Blue Jays: Kyriakopoulos at third base, Gianna Edmondson at short, Josie Wade at second, Cameron Reese at first, Bella Swift behind the plate with Hood on the mound. Low and away, count even 2-2. Outfield: Kaylee Imony in left field, Haley Jenkins in center, and Bailey Profit in right. Outside, another full count. Hood getting into some deep counts here in her first inning of work. So 3-2 on Post. Just got a piece. Coach Prager comes down from third base. Tiffany Prager, the 9th year coach at Illinois Wesleyan, 258 wins and 106 defeats. Has led the Titans to back-to-back CCIW regular season and tournament championships. Quick huddle out of the circle for the Blue Jays. Titans on top in the league race now with a 6-0 record. They can keep on with their success. They got a good chance to host in the CCIW tournament. And we also know they will be hosting the Division III National Championships here in a little over a month. Called third strike, outside corner, and Post is retired as Hood gets her second strikeout of the inning. But the Titans get on the board on the 2-out single by Ava Corey to put Illinois Wesleyan up 1-0 at the end of 1 here on IWSports.com. All right, thank you. And welcome back to Inspiration Field in Bloomington. Eric Stogg with Hayden Warfield. Tyler Wilson at the controls here today, along with Ellie Moore, on a busy Saturday afternoon here in Bloomington with lacrosse going on across the way at Tucci Stadium. Titan baseball on the diamond across the way as well. As we go to the second inning, Wesleyan on top 1-0. Clara Rice gets it started for the Blue Jays. Down the line, fair territory. Extra bases for Rice as Estes gets it in. And a leadoff double for Clara Rice to start the second.
And as a batter, you cannot ask for a more perfect hit than that inside the park. Just right down that third base line, barely inside, but just makes the outfielder work for it, and it paid off for the Blue Jays.
And jumping on the first pitch from Serta. Now Kaylee Imony, the left fielder. Freshman from Plainfield South High School. Foul tip back to the screen. Imony batting .234 on the year. Has knocked in 2 runs. Has a runner to pick up at second. Looks to bunt, and it will work. As Wismiller picks it up and gets it across the diamond for the out. 5-3 sacrifice, gets Rice over to third. And trying to put some pressure on the Titan defense as Cameron Rice comes up. Freshman from Chewella, Washington. Wismiller well in at third. Corey also at first. And it's high, ball 1. Now the 1-0 from Serta. And Rice steps out. 1 ball, no strikes. With the Titans up 1-0. On the ground to short. They're coming home, and they got her. Great throw by Jen Kuhn to cut down Rice. Trying to get home from third. On the infield grounder, well executed there by Illinois Wesleyan.
Now batting number 5, Josie Wade.
A 6-2 put out. And that's the challenge with the small ball. They got Rice over to third on the bunt, but could not get it out of the infield here. And now Cameron Reese is taking over at first base. Titans have played complete ball this year. Offense, pitching, and defense. Josie Wade now up with 2 down in the second. Pulled it foul. 0-2 on Wade, the sophomore from Carlsbad, California, who's hitting .250 with 3 runs batted in. In the dirt. Trying to get Wade to chase. Swing and a miss. Some heat coming from Serta, and the side is retired. Blue Jays spoil a leadoff double. Clara Rice cut down to the plate on a fielder's choice, and they are still scoreless with Illinois Wesleyan up 1-0, middle of 2 on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Bottom of the second here from Bloomington. 1-0 lead for Illinois Wesleyan on a 2-out first inning single by Ava Corey. Now Ella Hermes will lead off 6, 7, and 8 for Illinois Wesleyan here in the second. Hermes, a freshman from St. Bede Academy. At the dish now. And the first offering here from Danielle Hood. Low and away. Hermes batting .474 in spot duty with 1 home run, 2 runs knocked in. A little inside there, 2-0. The plate was dancing a bit for Hood in that first inning. Did get into a couple of deep counts, no walks, and did strike out 2. But the Titans work some counts right up the middle between the legs of Hood and into center for a single. Third hit for the Titans as they get the leadoff runner on here in the second. Casey Wismiller at the plate. Junior from Bloomington, Olympia High School alum.
She's posting a .308 batting average on the season. Again, a very competent hitter for the Titans.
Looking to bunt. They throw all the way through to second. But Hermes stays put. First pitch was a strike to Wismiller. See if they're still looking to bunt here with an 0-1 count. Swinging away, taking it high and outside. Blue Jays really trying to emphasize their defense this year and tighten things up. One of the things that they're working on under their first-year coach, Attic Zins. Now it's 1-2. Tough trying to turn around a program that, coming off a down year, you're 4-12 in conference. Last year, just 2 league wins this year. Now the 1-2. Check swing, gets away. Swift lost where it went. And that's an advance for Hermes. So the Titans don't have to sacrifice an out to get Hermes into scoring position. So a 2-2 count as Wismiller brings the bat back, swings and misses at a pitch low, kind of down and in. Wismiller couldn't connect, and Hood gets her third strikeout. And the first out of the second. Kennedy Estes up. The senior from Warrenton, Missouri. One of 3 seniors for the Titans, honored before the game. Tap foul. Estes getting her first start this afternoon. Chance to bring home a runner after the leadoff single by Hermes. And advanced on a wild pitch. Now 0-2 for Estes. Grace Wilkins is on deck for the Titans. Gary Kopolis is well inside at third base. Foul tip there by Kennedy. Outfield shallow and shading to pull. Good crowd on hand here at Inspiration Field. They packed it in for Senior Day. Good contingent from Elmhurst coming down as well. Now the 0-2. Back to the mound. Hood with a quick fire to first for the out. Wasting no time on that put out as Elmhurst gets down to third, but there are 2 outs. It'll be up to Grace Wilkins, the freshman from Bartlett, Illinois. .350 hitter on the year, with 3 runs batted in. Elmhurst singled to start the inning. Advanced on a wild pitch, then a tamper back to the mound. Titans trying to put up another run on the board here in the second. A foul tip by Wilkins. After such a big offensive explosion yesterday, you always wonder about the risk of a letdown the next day. After 2 short game wins, 11-3 and 18-6, they capped it off with an 11-run 6th inning in the nightcap. They're clawing away to get some runs here today. Slap back to the mound, and on the shallow pop, Hood makes the catch. And the side is retired. Hood able to get out of trouble that time after the leadoff single. And Illinois Wesleyan still leads 1-0 end of 2 here on IWSports.com. Blue Jays put up a goose egg for Illinois Wesleyan in the bottom of the second as Titans still lead 1-0 as we go to the third. Blue Jays had a base runner stranded each of the first 2 innings. Alex Kyriakopoulos, the number 9 hitter up for the Blue Jays, senior from Lake in the Hills.
Subbing in for the Titans in left field, we have number 32, Julia Wilkins.
Huntley High School. Julia Wilkins has now taken over for Illinois Wesleyan in left field. Orestes, as Kyriakopoulos awaits the first pitch and takes a strike. Kyriakopoulos hitting just 105 on the year in limited action, 2 for 19, but has knocked in 4 runs with those 2 hits. Big cut, 0-2. Gianna Edmondson and Bailey Prophet are also due up here in the third against Serta, who's given up 2 hits but fanned 3 so far. Two-strike count. Swing and a miss. And Kyriakopoulos, the 4th strikeout victim. First round through the lineup for Serta. Now back to the top in Gianna Edmondson, who struck out her first time. The senior from Ridgewood High School. It was an Ava Corey 2-out single in the first for the Titans. That represents the only run so far. Pulled past the Titan dugout. Blue Jays coming off a doubleheader sweep yesterday. They lost to Augustana 9-0 and 11-3. That's on the inside corner. Their last win came on Wednesday. They split a doubleheader with Rockford. Got a shutout win in the second game for their 6th win of the year. And again, despite the 6-21 record, they actually have a winning record on the road this year. And that one is outside. And it's interesting, one thing that Coach Addix Zins had talked about for the game. Perhaps the biggest adjustment for her, and a big adjustment coming from Division I, where she played and coached, to Division III, as this pitch is low, are the doubleheaders. Addix Zins was the head coach at DePaul for 6 years. She played there, was a part of their World Series team in 2007, was an All-American pitcher at that time, and coached there the last 6 years, as that one just misses inside. And that's the first walk allowed by Serta today. So she comes in, looking to rebuild the Blue Jay program, and Division I now, particularly in the Big East where she was, they don't have a lot of doubleheaders. They play predominantly on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like they do in the big leagues. And she talked about really an adjustment for these players. This one looped down the line foul. That's Bailey Prophet. It's such a condensed schedule. They play essentially 40 games in 2 months. Everything's a doubleheader. They played 2 on Wednesday, 2 yesterday, playing 2 today, and that is a cycle that's very different from what she's used to, as you have to kind of keep your players rested. It impacts your practice schedule. It impacts your eating schedule. It impacts everything, and that's a big adjustment that she said that she in particular is getting used to. Maybe the players are getting used to, but she's having to adjust to that and to keep them on the right schedule.
I mean, absolutely. Just that many games condensed into 1 week is really brutal on the body. You feel like you have no time to rest. You're always sore. Just the motivation to keep going is very difficult. So props to all these athletes. They're out here battling. They're out here putting on a great game, and that just shows their determination.
And you got to wonder about your pitcher's arms, too, as this one is looped to short. And Kuhn hauls that one in, the soft liner for out number 2. I mean, it kind of feels like these pitchers have rubber arms, but when you're making 3 starts in, 5 days, that can be a challenge and something that you have to get used to, and coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Yeah, absolutely, because the pitchers, they use their arms twice as much as any other player. It's really hard on the shoulders.
Now here's a pitcher at the plate in Danielle Hood facing Serta, and takes the ball. Hood struck out her first time. Runner at first is Edmondson after a walk. Out 2-0. Beg your pardon, that caught the corner. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Tracy Addix Zins is new to the Elmhurst program. Not new to the area. When she was at DePaul, they played Illinois State fairly often, so she's made her share of trips to Bloomington Normal, though her first trip to the Wesleyan campus. Good stop by Post to keep Edmondson at first. But certainly the travel is different. A lot of it's different when you are coming from a Division I program, but one of the benefits of it is she has a chance to be home every night with her family, 2 young kids. You don't get to do that when you're on the Division I travel schedule. Behind the plate, the pop-up caught by Post for the 3rd out of the inning. So a 1-out walk does not hurt as Illinois Wesleyan takes a 1-0 lead. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Titans up next, Tier 1 IWSports.com.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Bottom of the third here at Inspiration Field as Illinois Wesleyan takes a 1-0 lead into their half of the inning. And the top of the order with Bella Pinter, followed by Anna Beckman and Jen Kuhn. Pinter, the designated player, had a ground out to short our first time up as Danielle Hood gets ready for the first offering. Well outside, ball one. Kerry Kopolis is about even with the bag at third. Same for Reese at first. Outfield about straight away. For Pinter, a .370 hitter on the year, and now a hitter's count at 2-0. Lace to short, soft liner. Edmondson hauls it in. First out now for Anna Beckman, who got it all started for the Titans in the first. And a single. Stole second. Came around on Ava Corey's single to right center. Beckman scored 6 times in the doubleheader yesterday with the 5 hits. And drove in 4 in the sweep of Wheaton. And takes the ball 1 low. Just missed 2-0. Titans were the preseason favorite in the CCIW this year. And no surprise after their back-to-back conference championships and NCAA tournament appearance. The Blue Jays pick for number 9. Understandable with their changeover, new coach, new regime. But they're hanging with the Titans here today on the grounder to second. Waite throws across to Reese for the second out. And a pitcher's duel so far this afternoon, a 1-0 Titan lead. And Jen Kuhn at the plate with 2 down. Kuhn struck out on the first. 6 for 9 at the plate yesterday. One rises a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ava Corey on deck if Kuhn can keep the line moving. Feels like it's clearing up a little bit. But a calm day. Really no wind. Low to mid-50s temperature-wise. Doesn't quite feel like mid-April. Feels more like late March, early April. But after the rain last night, we're in good shape and glad to play. In the dirt and low and inside. 3 ball count on Kuhn. Hood trying to get her first 1-2-3 inning, but in danger of putting Kuhn on, which may not be the worst thing in this situation. Don't want to give in, and does not. Kuhn draws a walk, and that's the first, offered by Hood, who's had a lot of deep counts, but lost Kuhn there.
One thing I've noticed about the Titans is they are very patient at the plate. They will not give in to the terrible pitches, ones that are low, ones that are inside. They're going to wait for the one they like, and then they'll take a swing at that.
And they've taken 75 walks this year coming in as Ava Corey takes a strike. 75 walks, 99 strikeouts. That's a good ratio, showing patience at the plate and making good contact. And you don't mind taking the walk if you know the hitter behind you can do just as much damage. But Corey pops this one up to second, and Waite hauls that one in for the third out of the inning. So no harm done on the 2-out walk as Illinois Wesleyan maintains a 1-0 lead as we go to the fourth here on IWSports.com.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the best product possible, empowering you to take back control of your health from a leader in the digestive, immune, and emotional health spaces.
Top of the fourth here from Inspiration Field. Illinois Wesleyan's first inning run is holding up so far as we go to the fourth in the middle of the lineup here for the Blue Jays. Eric Stock along with Hayden Warfield now to take it over here in the fourth.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Next up to bat for the Blue Jays, we got Bella Swift. So far, one ground out on one at bat. And Gianna Serta is set to continue this pitcher's duel. And Swift's going to swing at that one. That one's going to go foul. Brings the counts 0-1.
They're definitely trying to get their swings in early against Serta, not fall behind in the count. A pitcher that is very good at locating. You'll get behind if you take too many, so you want to come up and attack.
And she'll look at that one. That one being a ball. Correction, that was a strike. Swift still being patient, not swinging at any terrible pitches. And Swift will swing that time, but she'll miss. And first out for the Titans.
Well, when you take too many pitches that are in the zone, you end up with a defensive posture and a big cut as Serta made her climb the ladder on that 2-strike pitch, and now 5 strikeouts in 3+ innings for Serta.
That's just crazy. Now Clara Rice at bat with Kaylee Amoni on deck. And a swing and a miss. Brings the count to 0-2. Blue Jays still looking to put some runs on the board. She's going to pop that one up to short right field. And the right fielder's going to catch it. And that's too quick out for the Titans.
As much as Serta's been in control this afternoon, does not have a 1-2-3 inning, and forgive me for jinxing that, but it's been, she's been able to navigate some trouble, but not a lot of trouble so far today.
Mm-hmm. And even when she is in trouble, she's got a very competent team of fielders at her back. So even if Serta doesn't get it done, you got Jen Kuhn getting it done. You got Ava Corey getting it done.
Yeah, Kuhn had a terrific play at short to gun down a run.
And Kaylee Imani still looking to find a hit. Swings at that one, swing and a miss, and the Titans are going to go 3 up, 3 down here at the top of the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Titans at bat here on the Titans Sports Network.
At NCAA championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The NCAA Division III Softball Championship coming to Bloomington, Illinois this May. Get your tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets.
And welcome back here to Inspiration Field at Carroll Willis Park, the home of the 2025 National D3 Championships for softball. Up to bat for the Titans is Claire Post.
Well, we talked about sort of how well she has pitched in getting out of trouble here this afternoon, but Hood has just about matched, other than that 2-out single in the first, has had just 1 walk despite some deep counts and 3 strikeouts against a powerful Titan lineup. And only her 5th pitching appearance of the year.
And Claire Post is going to swing. It's picked up by the third baseman. Overthrow at first. And Post is going to try and take second. Sliding into second, she gets there in plenty of time. And that is a double on errors for Post.
Yeah, I think maybe that's just part of the pressure that the Titan defense or the Titan offense puts on the defense with their speed. And regardless of the situation, you end up having to rush a throw when maybe you don't have to. And that throw is definitely wide and high at first base. And Titans in good position here as they bring a runner in. Riley McDaniel for Post.
And now you got Ella Hermes up next to bat. Very competent hitter. So far, 1 hit on 1 at-bat. Yesterday, she got her first college career home run here at Inspiration Field.
Wonder if they'll ask her to put one down here to try to get McDaniel over to the third.
And this one's bunted, but it's going to go foul. And Hermes is going to return to home plate.
That ball didn't get away far from home plate, but with the jump McDaniel got at second base, all she has to do is get it on the infield, and there's no chance at third for the Blue Jays.
Absolutely. And here's the pitch. McDaniel not going to go for 3. And looking for the bunt again, but it's going to go back to the catcher. And it's called foul ball. McDonald's going to return to second. Hermes in the batter's box once again.
Yeah, tough break there because, again, placement here is key. But now harder with 2 strikes.
And this one is going to go right between the first and second. Second baseman is going to flick it to first. And that's Hermes out, but McDaniel is going to advance to third.
Well, that worked just as well. You get advantage of a left-handed hitter to just pull the ball and giving yourself up there to still get the runner over.
And the Titans only with 1 out, so they're still in a very comfortable position here to get another run.
Yeah, good bat discipline there by Hermes.
And now Wismiller up to bat. Struck out last time she was up to bat. Let's see if she can make something happen this time. That one's going to go straight to the second baseman. She's going to get the easy out at first. But McDaniel is going to score, and the Titans are going to go up 2-0.
Yeah, there was no chance to get McDaniel with the plate, even on the somewhat hard grounder to second. But again, good bat discipline there for Illinois Wesleyan to get the runner over and get them in.
And that first one's called a strike. Wilkins going to get caught looking. This time she's going to swing, but it's going to chop it foul.
Looked like it may have gotten off her shin. Left shin.
That's got to hurt right off the bat to your shin. I mean,
she's not showing any signs of it. So maybe it was a graze. Or maybe I imagined seeing that.
And Wilkins is going to swing and miss. Ring counts 0-2. Oh, foul tip. Correction. And that one's high. Brings the count to 1-2 for Wilkins.
You know, Wilkins came into the game after Kennedy Estes had her plate appearance in the second. One of the three seniors honored before the game.
Danielle Hood looking to get us out of the inning here. And that one's going to stay fair, but the first baseman is going to snatch it and get the easy out at first. And after 4 innings, the Titans 2, the Blue Jays nothing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the top of the 5th here on the Titans Sports Network.
I can see it now. The smell of the grass on the quad. That sense of excitement in the air each fall. It feels like yesterday. While I'm no longer 18, I know there are students out there ready for an opportunity like I had. For the space to discover passions, bond over dreams, and make lifelong friends. Breakthrough at Illinois Wesleyan University.
And welcome back to Inspiration Field for the top of the 5th here. The Titans have taken the lead 2-0 with a run there at the bottom of the 4th.
And they played some great small ball. They've only hit the ball out of the infield twice all day, but they've been good at manufacturing runs. Get them on, get them over, get them in.
Up to bat number 30, Grace Hayes.
Now Cameron Ray's up to bat for the Blue Jays. She'll swing and she'll miss at that first one. And Reese tries to get that one past second base, but no, the throw to first is going to be fumbled. And Reese is going to get to first with ease.
Yeah, the throw felt rushed there from Hermes at second base, so one hopped the throw and had to get it over there fairly quick, but may have rushed it just a hair.
Mm-hmm. And now the Blue Jays got a runner on first with Josie Waite up to bat.
Sub runner in.
Pinch running number 2, Bailey Hodel.
Bailey Hodel, sophomore from Williamsville, Illinois.
Now batting number 5, Josie Waite.
And Josie Wade is going to look at strike one. And she's going to bunt. That one's going to go high, and Post is going to drop the foul ball.
That's a tough one. The ball didn't get in the air very high, and she had to turn quickly, avoid the umpire, and then try to snag that ball that, again, didn't get very high. And while getting your bearings straight, having to spin around and lose the mask, you got a lot going on in a very short amount of time, and no margin for error, and still almost made the play.
Absolutely.
But it's still a break for the Blue Jays, as the Titans have been less than crisp so far in this inning with the short hop throw at first base, and now the errant pop-up.
And after a quick word with her coach there, Josie Waite is going to step back into the batter's box. And that one, fly ball in the infield. Caught by Ella Hermes. And they're going to hold Bailey Hodel at first.
It's a big first out after those two missed opportunities there for the Titans in this inning. With a pitcher that's done great in pitching out of trouble so far today. But you don't want to keep leaving that to chance.
Absolutely. And Kyriakopoulos up to bat now for the Blue Jays. And swing and a miss here on strike one. Looking for the bunt. It's going to get past her. And that'll be strike two.
And Kyriakopoulos hasn't had a lot of swings at the plate this year. Perhaps they were just trying to get Reese into scoring position here. Or rather, Hodel.
And that one's going to go past the pitcher and straight. It will split the second baseman, the shortstop. And that will be a nice single for Kyriakopoulos.
Well, so much for that after trying to bunt, failing to do it, then getting the single, just her third hit of the year. And this is the first time they've had multiple runners on at the same time. So tying runs on base here in the fifth. Another pinch runner. That's Hannah Kafira. Junior from Lockport is over at first base.
And now Gianna Amundsen up to bat for the Blue Jays. Only one out, so let's see if the Blue Jays can get the bat swinging this time. And that one's going to be called strike. 1-1 count. And that one's going to be another ball, bringing the count to 2-1. Gianna Serta still looking for a strikeout in this inning. And that one's going to be hit in left center field. And it looks like the Blue Jays are going to score a run. And that will be an outfield double for Amundsen.
Sort of falling behind in the count, had to serve one up, and the Blue Jays taking advantage of some miscues by the Titans defensively. Now with a chance to tie or take the lead now with Bailey Prophet at the plate.
Prophet so far with 1 hit at 2 at-bats. She's going to swing and miss at that first one.
Defense pinched in just a bit. You want to cut down the potential tying run, but you also have to be careful of that go-ahead run at second base. There's a wide gap between the second base and shortstop.
And this one's popped fly in the air. And it's going to be caught by the third baseman. Casey Wismiller makes the catch and brings Elmhurst to 2 outs.
And 2 infield pops have been huge in this inning for Serta, who has not been able to get a strikeout in this inning.
Mm-hmm. And now the pitcher Danielle Hood up to bat.
Post trying to hold that one a little longer to frame the strike, but didn't get it.
And here's Serta. That one's a good swing. Drops in left center field, and the Blue Jays are going to score too. And the Blue Jay dugout starts to erupt in cheers as they have taken the lead 3-2 here at Inspiration Field.
Another well-placed ball right into the gap in left center as Hood drives in 2. What a big comeback this has been. Unearned runs after Titans put the leadoff runner on.
And Serta's going to pitch strike 1. Blue Jays with a runner on second, so still in scoring position as they're going to swing and put that one foul. Bella Swift now steps back in the batter's box. And that one is going to be high. Brings the count to 2-1.
Sort of struggling with the control a bit in this inning.
Absolutely. She's trying to look for those strikes, but now she's brought the count to 3-1 and put Bella Swift in just a really good position to advance their runner.
And she's found herself in some hitters' counts, and that's cost her.
And this one's going to be popped high. And Jen Kuhn's going to make the catch and get the Titans out of this inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th with the Titans at bat here on the Titans Sports Network. And welcome back to Carol Willis Park for this CCIW match between the Illinois Wesleyan Titans and the Elmhurst Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays, after the top of the 5th, have taken the lead here at Inspiration Field.
We'll see how the Titans bounce back. They haven't had to do a lot of that here this week. 9-game win streak on the line, and their bats came alive late in their second game win yesterday with 11 runs in the 6th. So maybe they're saving it up for a late rally here today.
And to start us off here for the Titans is Grace Wilkins. This will be her second at-bat today. Still pitching for the Blue Jays is Danielle Hood, who's really started to find her rhythm in the past couple innings. And that one's going to be bunted. Throws to Maid at first, but Wilkins is going to get there in plenty of time. And a great run by Wilkins to get on base and bring Bella Pinter up to the plate.
Yeah, with their speed, just getting the ball on the turf made for a tough play. Both teams having some hiccups defensively here this afternoon, especially in the infield.
And it seems like those mistakes are the ones that it's going to come down to see who wins this game. Pinter is going to bunt as well. Throws made to first. And it's made in plenty of time. Pinter's going to get thrown out, but Wilkins is going to advance to second.
Yeah, you don't mind that. That's an opportunity not only to move the runner up, but you may just leg that one out too.
Mm-hmm.
Now batting number 5, Anna Beckman.
And now Anna Beckman steps into the batter's box. Anna Beckman, ferocious on the bags, and a great batter as well. This is exactly who you want in this situation. See Wilkins looking to steal third there.
When you've got Amundsen, the shortstop, having to run over to cover with Kyriakopoulos, the third bagger, about 15 feet in from the base. As the Titans continue small ball here.
And that's going to be called strike one for Beckman. Brings her count to 1-1. And that one's high. It's going to bring the count to 2-1.
Hitter's count, got to think the bunt's off now.
And that one's going to get past the third baseman. Wilkins going to advance to third, and Beckman will get to first.
Now rally brewing. Titans have 2 on for the first time this afternoon. And just the hitter, they went up.
Jen Kuhn, the nationally ranked batter for the Titans.
Blue Jays infield huddling up in the circle to figure out defensively what they may do. They move in.
If I was the center fielder right now for the Blue Jays, I would be shading towards right field. Jen Kuhn, whenever she gets good contact, she likes to hit it to right field. I'd be looking to set myself up there.
You see Jenkins in center field playing several steps to Kuhn's pool side. And Kyriakopoulos at third, well in from the bag.
And Kuhn's going to show bunt and pull back at the last second, and Beckman is going to easily steal second.
Risky play defensively because you're giving up a lot of real estate if Kuhn were to pull the bat back and swing it up the middle.
And that one is going to get away from the catcher. Hood comes up to defend home plate, and Wilkins will not advance.
A lot of pressure on the defense now with tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Kuhn with a 1-1 count. Let's see what she makes of it. Holds back the swing. Brings her count to 2-1. Got a hitter's count now.
This is the Titans' opportunity to do some damage with the 2 big ducks on the pond here in the heart of the order coming up.
And Kuhn's going to foul that one off to the side.
I think a pivotal moment here for the Blue Jays as well, as they have just come back to take the lead and trying to pull off a win that could really change the trajectory of their season and the program. I think they'd be tickled to get out of this even with just one run scoring.
And that one's going to be dropped. Now they're going to say Kuhn swung at it, and she is out.
Yeah, big out on the pitch low, and Kuhn chased. Hood pitching out of trouble. Still only the second out, but a big fourth strikeout rather, and Titans unable to advance.
And now Corey here needs to make something happen if the Titans want to take the lead again. She's going to swing at a low one, kind of a golf swing there.
And Titans are aggressive in going after some pitches out of the zone here, trying to do some damage with those go-ahead runs on base.
And Corey's going to look at that one too. Brings her count to 1-1. Now Hood trying to think of how can she get the Blue Jays out of this inning. Corey's going to swing and miss that one. A lot of pressure here on Ava Corey to make contact. Oh, and right to the third baseman who makes the snatch. And that's going to get the Blue Jays out of this inning. After 5, Blue Jays 3, Titans 2 here at Inspiration Field. Blue Jays up to bat next after the break here on the Titan Sports Network.
Well, a tough break for Illinois Wesleyan in the bottom of the 5th inning as Ava Corey really hit one on the nose right down the line. Looked like it was targeted for an extra base hit, but right into the glove of Kyriakopoulos. And boy, what great work there by Danielle Hood to pitch out of trouble and keep it a 3-2 game. Blue Jays on top.
Absolutely, and this is very uncharacteristic of the Titans to be down here in the top of the 6th, really. Usually this is where Titans start to find their rhythm and sort of take the lead, but down for the first time, they got to be feeling a little nervous.
Yeah, got to feel the pressure at this point.
And here's Serta. And she is going to make Rice swing at that first one. Rice going to swing again. This time's foul.
While some pressure may set in, some nerves for the Titans, you got to feel that the confidence for the Blue Jays has to be sky high. Got to think they're coming in here with not much to lose. It's been a rough week, been kind of a rough season for them, but they could turn things around if they can hold on here for 6 more outs.
Especially, too, when you're a young roster going toe-to-toe with this 2-time CCIW champions the last 2 years. You got to think like, wow, we are really on our game.
It's been 2021, the last time the Blue Jays won here against Illinois Wesleyan. They've lost 6 straight head-to-head. And all time, Titans lead the series 44-12.
Wow.
It's been pretty one-sided. Mm-hmm. But none of that matters today.
Absolutely. It's a new day, new game. And even if they don't win this one, the Blue Jays got a chance at the next one. And Serta pitches that one low. That one's going to get away from post. And it's going to be a full count here for Rice. And Rice going to swing at that one. That one's high in the infield. And Hermes is going to come and take it. And that's a quick first out for the Titans. Next up to bat,
Now batting number 24, Maddie Creek.
Maddie Creek. This is Maddie. Pinch hitter for the Blue Jays is Maddie Creek's first appearance in this game.
Creek, a junior from Indianapolis.
And Creek going to look at that one. Brings the count to 1-0. Or 1-1. And Creek's going to try to hit that one past the third base line, but it's going to be foul. And now Gianna Sutter looking to get out number 2 for the Titans. And this one popped high into right center field. And it is going to be caught by number 25, Grace Wilkins. And 2 quick catches make for 2 quick outs here for the Titans.
Now batting number 30, Grace Hayes.
Now number 30 in the batter's box for the Blue Jays.
And Cameron Reese got it all started last inning, reaching base on a throwing error and started a 3-run rally.
And that one's going to be fouled out.
Serta could really use a quick 1-2-3 here.
Absolutely. Titans need a confidence booster going in the bottom of the 6th. Swings at that one. Looks like it's just going to tip the bat. And that's going to bring her count to 0-2. And that one's going to be fouled towards the Blue Jays bullpen.
Blue Jays doing a good job of really grinding out at bats as this game is going on, just making contact, keeping it alive, making Serta work a little longer.
Absolutely. Every single pitch they are battling, they're not giving up anything easy. Again, that one fouled high. That one's going to go into the crowd and over to the track. And that's strike 3, and 3 up, 3 down for the Blue Jays. And Titans will be at bat next here on the Titan Sports Network.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And. Here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program, double major, and play a sport, do an internship, and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
And welcome back to Inspiration Field for the bottom of the 6th here with Clara Post up to bat first for the Titans. Danielle Hood, the pitcher for the Blue Jays, done a good so far of limiting the Titans' offensive success. Let's see if she can keep it going.
Yeah, 5 hits allowed in 5 innings, only 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And just her 5th pitching appearance of the year. And her first start, she has been up to the task against the toughest lineup in the conference. But still close to the heart of the order here in the 6th, and 6 tough outs to go if the Blue Jays are going to pull this one off.
Claire Post, a bit of a power hitter for the Titans, so we'll see what she can do with this. And that one's going to be called strike 1. Post is going to get caught looking. And that one's ball. Quick 1-1 count for Claire Post. And that one's hit high over left field, and that's a home run for Claire Post.
Well, you said Post has a power bat, and that came at just the right time for Illinois Wesleyan. A team-high 5th home run of the year for the sophomore, or the junior rather, from Normal West to give us a brand new game. And we'll see how Hood responds after that.
Absolutely. Has to be a little demoralizing for Hood, but she can't lose her confidence now. And the Titan dugout's going to start to party as they have tied this one up. Next up to bat for the Titans, Ella Hermes.
Now, after the celebration, they got to settle down and lock in again.
And Hermes is going to waste no time swinging as she puts that one right towards the first baseman, who's going to tag first for the easy out. And now up to bat, Casey Wismiller, the third baseman for the Titans. And that one's going to be ball. They're going to check the swing. They're going to say no. She didn't go. And there's another ball for Wismiller. She's being very patient here at the plate. Swings and misses that one. Brings the count to 2-2. And strike 3.
Again, went down and in on the hands. Westmiller tried twice to golf that one and couldn't do it either time. Now 5 strikeouts for Hood, who has bounced back nicely after the leadoff homer by Claire Post.
And now Grace Wilkins up to bat. 1 hit on 2 at-bats this game thus far. And she'll look at a very outside ball 1. Scratch that. Julia Wilkins up to bat, not Grace Wilkins. And that one's called strike 1.
That was close.
That was. Well, that's going to bring the count to 2-1 here. Julia Wilkins now with the advantage. And ball 3 there. Good eye by Julia Wilkins. And a short one right past the pitcher, and she's going to get to first in plenty of time.
Yeah, if Hood couldn't get to that ball, there was no chance.
And now the Titans with a runner on first and 2 outs. And now Grace Wilkins up to bat this time.
Julia Wilkins has 3 steals this year. Got to think scoring position's a priority here.
Absolutely. Looked to steal that one, but the catcher was ready. She doesn't go. Looks like her sister's trying to give her some cover. Swings at that one. Right down the first base line. The first baseman is going to tag it for the easy out. And after 6 innings, we are tied 3-3 here at Inspiration Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll decide this after the break here on the Titans Sports Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Inspiration Field. Hayden Warfield handing it back to Eric Stock here for the play-by-play for the 7th inning, and this is going to be a doozy of a 7th inning.
We've gone back and forth, Hayden. The Titans and the Blue Jays have gone back and forth, too. Here we are with a rally by the Blue Jays, a 3-run 5th to put them on top. But the Titans bounce back in the 6th. The leadoff solo shot by Claire Post to put it at a 3-3 game, and first of a doubleheader going down to the wire between 2 teams on opposite ends of the CCIW this year. The Titans at 6-0 and a 2-10 mark for the Blue Jays coming in. But they've been up to the task here today. They got a pinch hitter to get things going here in the 7th. Bailey Harveth, a sophomore from Wheaton North High School, against Gianna Serta. Still in the circle for the 7th inning. As that one catches the outside corner, strike 1. Harveth just 7 at-bats this year, 1 hit. In for Josie Waite, who was over 2 at the plate. On the ground is short. Kuhn to her right. Cross the first. One out. Good start to the 7th for the Titans.
Absolutely. And that was a great throw by Jen Kuhn. We've seen some questionable throws to first so far through this game, so it's good to see Jen Kuhn starting strong here.
And got it in plenty of time and got it across. Titans will have the top of the order in the bottom of the 7th, hoping that they can do no worse than extras. As Kyriakopoulos takes a strike here with one out. Kyriakopoulos had a single, scored the tying run in the 5th after a first at-bat strikeout. 1 of 6 for Serta. Out in front there. And it's 0-2. Titans had single tallies in the 1st, 4th, and 6th. Blue Jays did all their business in the 5th in this 3-3 game. One hopper. First of a doubleheader, second game slated for 3 o'clock. It'll be a little bit after that at the very least. But a great afternoon for softball and no reason to be anywhere else. Swing and a miss. Serta's 7th strikeout. And 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
And if you're the Titans, this has to be the start to this inning you wanted. 2 quick outs, put you in a prime position to win this game when you go up to bat.
And again, though, at the top of the order, as the Blue Jays flip their lineup now, too, Gianna Edmondson is up to bat. She did the damage in the 5th with a RBI double. Got them on the board. Scored the go-ahead run. Also has struck out and walked. Takes that one on the corner. So it's 0-2. Bailey Prophet on deck.
We'll see if Serta even allows Prophet to get into the batter's box.
Just high and away. 1-2. Titans with a 9-game winning streak on the line. Now 2-2. Titans are 21-7 on the year. The only unbeaten still left in the conference, but they've got a lot of ball left after today. 3 more Twin Bills next week. Called third strike outside corner, and Amundsen is down. Serta with her 8th strikeout in what she hopes will be a complete game. If the Titans can wrap it up in the last of the 7th, we are tied at 3, middle of 7 on IWSports.com.
At NCAA championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The NCAA Division III Softball Championship coming to Bloomington, Illinois this May. Get your tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Well, Inspiration Field will be the host for the NCAA Division III Softball Championships starting May 29th, and we've got some big-time action here this afternoon at Inspiration Field with the Illinois Wesleyan tied with the Blue Jays, 3-3, bottom of the 7th, and the top of the order coming up. Bella Pinter, Anna Beckman, Jen Kuhn up to the bat. With the Pinter 0 for 2, ground out, line out, and a sac bunt in the 5th. Down the line, foul. Titans put 29 runs on the board yesterday in 2 short game wins against the Blue Jays. They just need to find one more here in this inning and get the complete game win for Gianna Serta. Off speed outside. Good eye by Pinter. And the freshman from St. Bede Academy awaits the 1-1. Hood has also gone the distance for the Blue Jays into her 7th inning. 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. Behind here, 2-1. Outfield playing Pinter to Poole. Now 2 strikes on Pinter. Wrap foul. Pulled that one on the inside. Hood's wind up. Now one's low, and now a full count. 3-2 as Pinter leads off the 7th in a 3-3 game. Hood only 1 walk so far, but some deep counts. Forced contact this time. Kyriakopoulos across the diamond for the out. Got Pinter by a step, and a big first out for the Blue Jays.
A great reach there by the first baseman, reaching out just to snatch it just a little early and make sure that Bella Pinter was securely out.
Alexander Beckman, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 steals, 1 run scored. Has had quite the weekend, 7 hits here in the last 2 games. Last 2 days, rather. Takes it high for a ball. Front foot at the edge of the batter's box. And looks that one in for strike 1.
If Anna Beckman can get on base, this is a really good situation for the Titans.
And they're going to do just that as Beckman serves it into center for a single, and with the speed that she presents, that's dangerous for the Blue Jays. Beckman has a couple of steals today and is 12 for 12 on the year. You got to think the Titans are thinking about getting her in motion. With Jen Kuhn at the plate, they may want to give Jen a chance to get her licks in now first. Kuhn is 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts, 1 walk. Now Beckman at first. Stays put for now. Ava Corey on deck. But it's up to Kuhn now. Kuhn could end it. The one hitter in the CCIW that you would want in this situation. Now 2-0. Hitters count. I think being 0 for 2 for Jen constitutes as being due for a hit.
Mm-hmm. And if she makes contact like she normally does, this will be game over for the Blue Jays.
Sharply in front of the Titans dugout. Well out in front there on the off speed. Still hitters count at 2-1. Beckman still staying put at first base. They play Kuhn to Poole. Late start, got there in plenty of time. Third steal of the afternoon for Beckman.
13 for 13 on the season now. You got to be wondering, is she going to go for third?
With a 3-1 count for Kuhn, they may let this rest in the bat of Jen Kuhn, at least for the moment. We'll see. Here's the 3-1. Out in front again. A hit to the outfield could end it. And the outfield is really deep. You got to respect the power of Kuhn. But a single would likely score Beckman. The payoff. Shallow center. Gets down. But Beckman had to hold to be safe to avoid a potential double off. And she'll get down to third in plenty of time. And now the Titans have 2 on with 1 out. And Ava Corey at the plate.
And now all Anna Beckman needs is just one pitch to get away from the Elmhurst catcher, and it's game over.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the backstop here. Team huddle at the circle with Coach Attic Zins. So many different possibilities here for Corey at the plate. If she can just get one down.
Yeah, doesn't need a big hit, doesn't need anything fancy, just needs a single, and it could be game over.
And perhaps just a fielder's choice. If you've got Beckman coming down to third with 1 out. And great speed. Just down the line at third. And a Kuhn at first. Now their timeout's about to expire here. So we'll see how they play it. With a winning run at third, an extra at first. And Ava Corey, 1 for 3. RBI single in the first. Popped out to second, lined out to third. Had that line drive that could have scored 2 at the end of the 5th, but got snagged. They're in at the corners. She's swinging, but taking here. Ball 1. Again, the outfield is deep. If they get it to the outfield, no chance for the Blue Jays. Hood trying to dial up a strikeout. Off speed and high, 2-0. Hood going the distance. But a big jam here in the 7th. 2-0 on Corey. To center. Should be deep enough. Catch made by Jenkins. The throw is late, and the Titans win it. Sacrifice fly for Ava Corey as Anna Beckman comes home after the 1-out single and stolen base, and she comes around, and Illinois Wesleyan dodges the upset bid from the Elmhurst Blue Jays. A 4-3 victory. All Corey had to do was get it to the outfield, and that's what she did.
Absolutely. The Titans did a good job of, even though they had some tough earlier innings, they maintained a level head and were able to come out on top against these Blue Jays. But also props to these Blue Jays. This young roster took on this veteran team, and they made it very exciting, make it come down to the wire.
Yeah, no question. They had the lead going into the 6th before the Titans came back. The Claire Post homer, then the single run in the 7th, making a complete game winner of Gianna Serta. She went the distance for her 11th win of the year, her 7th complete game. 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, all unearned, with 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. And the offensive star, you could certainly say, Anna Beckman, 3 hits, 3 stolen bases, and scored the winning run in the 7th to give Illinois Wesleyan their 10th straight victory, now 22-7 on the season, and getting ready to go for the doubleheader sweep here in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
So a good win for Illinois Wesleyan as they hold on 4-3 over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Well, Hayden and I are going to be back in just a little bit. We'll step aside momentarily. On Senior Day, the Titans win the opener 4-3 over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. And for our crew, Tyler Wilson, Ellie Moore, Hayden Warfield, I'm Eric Stoggs saying long for just a bit. This is Illinois Wesleyan Titans softball on IWSports.com.